Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Paris, France, for more Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC, Siege of Paris. I will say straight away, I've been looking forward to the stream all day. It's one of those weird things where I love streaming, I really do. It's something that I never wanted to do, and yet I thoroughly enjoy doing it. But also the game is making me want to come back in every time. It's back to how Valhalla was when we first started it. I just wanted to play constantly. So yeah, been looking forward to this all day. I had a really important work meeting this morning as well, or this afternoon, which went better than I expected. So we'll see what happens. I can see a comment in the chat, but I can't actually read it while I'm quickly filling the YouTube things. It actually covers the box. The annoying thing is the box covers the chat, but I will respond currently. I did see someone had a like before I even started typing up the YouTube stuff. So whoever that was, you're extremely fast. Finger on the pulse already. Hope everyone's had a good weekend so far. Hope everyone's Saturday has been very, very good. Trying to think what else I've got to talk about. There's a couple of things coming up on the channel I'm excited for. One I'm not. I don't know if I'm excited or not. I'm kind of in two minds of it. So the PlayStation Plus free game, one of them this month, was Tennis World Tour 2. Now, tennis I used to play a long time ago when I was a kid. Wouldn't sound the best at it by any shout, but I can play. Now, Tennis World Tour 2 sounds like one of those really boring games that not many people are going to be into. It's a niche market. But I thought, let's do a career, let's see how it goes. So I did. And our first episode goes live tomorrow, where we create a character and do all that kind of stuff. Good evening, gaming, how are you? Good evening, Keller, how are you? So, if tennis isn't your thing, completely understand you're not watching it. But what I will say is, it's a game that I thought would be quite easy, and I have found out via doing it, it's not easy in the slightest. I think I spent one match was over an hour, and obviously I've edited it down. I'm trying to make them less than 25 minutes to half an hour. I don't want them any longer than that. I think episodes longer than that are kind of too much. But yeah. I was thinking, we could zoom through career. I'm playing it on realistic as well, to be fair. But I thought I could zoom through career. Nice little platinum on the side, laughing. And then I did the match that took me over an hour, and it's like, yeah, this is going to take a while. But let me know what you think of the video. It's live tomorrow. I think it's at 1 o'clock. And yeah, let me know what you think. You're good. You're just chilling in the bed. Nicely done. I'm just typing in Discord because someone has told me off today. More Siege of Paris. I got told off again for not promoting videos in Discord enough. I did say to them they could do it for me, but they didn't. They declined the offer. Right, here we go. Let's load him. You're obsessed with Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor was an amazing game. There's two games. I don't know both of them. One Shadow of Mordor, there is another one. And I don't know Shadow of Mordor's the newest one or the oldest one. One of them I think is now lost server, so you won't actually get any online trophies. So you won't get... one of them can't be platinumed. Let's put it that way. I don't know which one it is. Shadow of Mordor, there is another one as well. One of them can't be platinumed because of the servers going offline. Just a warning, in case you're trying to. But yeah, you should be playing Siege of Paris, but Shadow of Mordor is fun. Shadow of Mordor is amazing. It's one of those games that, yeah, it's, I say, there's no indie games I wish I could stream. If I could stream 24/7, life would be easy. Shadow of War is new, Shadow of Mordor is the old one. So if Shadow of Mordor can't be platinumed, then if that's the case, I'm pretty sure the servers went off, and that means you can't platinum it. You still haven't played Witcher or Death Stranding this week at all. Wow. I know it is time, isn't it? Life gets in the way. And no matter how much you want to do these games, things always get in the way. And it is frustrating. And you kind of want to just crack on. Like, I just want to get on. There's so many games I want to play and experience and platinum and do 100% of them and see every little inch of them. And there's just not enough time. I literally do need to stream 24/7 to actually do it, and it's not going to happen, obviously. And it's not helped with losing the morning streams at the minute. Next week, as I said yesterday, next week morning streams or daytime streams on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday should go ahead, but I don't know of start time. Start time will probably be around 10ish, I would assume, but I'm still waiting for confirmation from my other half of what time she's going out. But the plan is next week there will be 3 daytime streams as well, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Also, Black Panther DLC for Avengers is out next week, and that's something we do need to look at. Definitely want to do that next week. From what I'm hearing, the DLC isn't going to be very long. It's better than it has been, but not that long, from what I'm hearing. Right, so where did we leave off yesterday? Yesterday we assassinated Engelwin using the new assassination techniques that they've added to the game. They've gone very old school, where you actually look for clues, find your way in properly, then you find a way to assassinate, and each assassination, if you follow what you're meant to follow and find the clues, they're dramatic assassinations. And my god, yesterday it was dramatic. We were nearly naked as we thrust a hidden blade through Engelwin's throat. It was definitely dramatic. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and all I've been saying to my other half all day is talking about that, and she has no interest. As you would. Good evening, Lisa, how are you? Got to go back to Death Stranding. Yeah, I'm also play Black Panther. You've got to play Black Panther. So, yeah, loving the DLC so far. I do think the old school assassinations are really good. I think it's a really nice addition. Weapons-wise, we're currently using our two-handed weapon. We are using it two-handed because I think one-handed is so corny and unrealistic. So we're using the Scythe of Revolt currently. Why do I need 12? I wonder why I can. We're still using our Frankish travel cloak. We've got no other new armour yet. I don't want to upgrade the Irish stuff. I know we can, but I'm planning on changing it as soon as we get some French stuff. So I don't really want to upgrade anything. I don't mind upgrading weapons. We do need to try and get our titanium up. It's the one thing I'm really struggling for is titanium. There is a shop, but I don't know. I can't remember where it is. Pretty sure there is a shop here. If we can find it, I can buy some titanium. Because we can buy 5 every time, I think it is. Where is the shop? Let's do it this way. Stables, shop. It's behind me. Cool. Every time we see a shop, we need to buy titanium. It's probably the hardest resource that I've found to keep hold of, because all upgrading requires titanium, and I don't do glitches for titanium. I know there's a lot of people out there that have found ways of glitching titanium and other resources, and yeah, it's not my style, so I choose not to. It's a choice. If you guys choose to, that's your choice, and that's all good. But it does mean we do struggle for titanium a lot. But let's get into titanium, and then we're heading for the Queen. We're going to keep the main story flowing. We'll clear stuff on along the way, but the main story is the important part at the minute. That's the plan. I also need to get myself in a comfortable position, I suppose, while I settle in for the next 2 hours. But yeah, dramatic assassinations and following the clues, old school Assassin's Creed is definitely fantastic. My only concern, and I've been thinking about this today, because Signus Labs wants me to write an article about this DLC without spoilers, which is extremely difficult.
Be well, friend.
I was thinking about this earlier. I kind of want to do an article about the whole game, base game, Wrath of Druids, and this, and the future, as we see it currently. I'd rather talk about that than an article. Hang on, I've just seen a small wealth right near us, so while we're here, let's grab it. Where is it? It is over here somewhere. While we're here, let's grab it. I don't want to leave you out these things. We're going to clear them at some point no matter what, so let's do them now. Ooh. Oh, there we go. And there's a note. I love notes. Let's see what the note says as well. Titanium? No. The note is Frankish cheese recipe. So this is how you make Frankish cheese. Cut the cheese into small pieces, makes for easy rationing. Another note, sheep's milk or cow. Oh, that's cold. That's going to irritate a few people, I'm sure. So the recipe is fresh milk to be stored in vats for a day, dissolve rennet and stir mixture steadily. Allow to sit before straining, aged for 4 to 5 weeks. Make sure to age before eating. Wall got greedy and he stank like horseshit for a week. So someone ate it before it was aged and it wasn't good. That is how they used to make Frankish cheese back in these times. It's not a recipe we'll be following anytime soon, but at least we know how to make it now. As I was saying, yeah, I'm due to write an article about the DLC, and as I say, I'm a little bit in two minds over it all. Good evening, Cabs. How are you? I'm a bit of two minds about writing an article on just the DLC alone. I think it should be about the base game's DLC and everything else. And as I say, I'm a little bit concerned about the spoilers because someone asked me how the DLC was earlier, and I couldn't really answer. Because the minute you mention old school assassinations, everyone wants to know more detail, and it's difficult to give detail without spoilers. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. So that was difficult. And I think that will be the same with an article. So it's something that's in the pipeline. I've got to find out how, or work out how I'm going to write it and how it's going to work. But yeah, I've got to write an article on this DLC and Assassin's Creed as a whole. And I'm in two minds. It's one of those difficult ones to write. And don't get me wrong, I love the game. I can see its faults, but I still enjoy it. And I think by bringing back the old school assassinations, they are bringing back the older generation of players to a degree. We're heading to the Queen, by the way, so we're heading. Well, I actually remember, as I'm just talking away. So, I think they're catering to some people that have been unhappy with the way the games have been going. So I think that's a good thing from their point of view. Why can I see an enemy over there? There's loads of frogs around. I can hear frogs ribbiting everywhere. There's a man on a horse, not moving. Obviously we don't kill people unless you have to, so if he doesn't attack us we won't kill him. I'll take the arrows though, thank you very much. We could actually grab a horse, couldn't we? I suppose that would be the faster way of doing things. We do need to get a French horse as well. Kind of stick out a little bit, don't we, with our Irish horse. Doing good now. That finished the editing of the video and the thumbnail. The thumbnails and editing take forever. You love the sounds of the frogs. The frogs are cool, to be fair. You should see the cats in this game. There's a squirrel. Look at that, squirrel. There's a little rabbit. We could hunt, to be fair, but I've got no need to at the minute. We don't need the resources. More rabbits. Come on, rabbit. I'm not going to run you over. I have heard, and I haven't seen one yet, but there is a new animal in this DLC, and they are European river turtles. There was a little bit of an argument between turtles and tortoises, but they are river turtles. And they are supposedly boars. Boars will attack us. We need to defend ourselves. Just knocked my horse over. So unfortunately, the boar is about to die because it's just killed my horse. If you love your animals, I apologise in advance. You didn't take too long. Yeah, sometimes, obviously, editing does happen really quickly, and other times it can take forever. I was saying at the start of the stream, I was editing a new video that comes out tomorrow. That was, do we head north, clear the mystery on the way to the Queen? I think we should. Let's have a look over here. Which is one of the free PlayStation Plus games this month, which was the Tennis World Tour 2. Thinking, nice easy platinum, play through career, tennis number 1, easy peasy. One match took over an hour, and then when you need to edit that down to a less than 20-minute, half an hour video, it gets tricky. The poor horse will be fine, the horse will be back, the horse don't die. They do magically come back when needed. So the horse, honestly, will be okay. This is interesting. So there's a mystery here. The mystery is behind. There's a key and there's a chest. My guess is we need to grab the key before we go for the chest. Would be my guess.
Naval attack on site here.
Okay. Obviously there are enemies here, so we have to be wary. I want the mystery though. Is there any guards around? Oh, there is one. The person with the key is a guard. Hello, Mr. Guard. Oh, I can't take him out in one though. That's interesting. Still sad though, and it was about a 15-minute video. It got down to 6. That's nicely done, to be fair. We did the mini game and actually got a perfect assassination on him, and we got the Medanta chest key. Right, obviously there are enemy here, so we need to be a little bit wary of what we're doing right now. There's a mystery we've got to solve, and we've also got to. Which one we've not used? Plague of Rats. Now, I think we need to be high for this to happen. Let me just work this out. Can we call in a plague of rats in the countryside? Let's find out, shall we? I want to aim at this guy. That's my thinking. I didn't want to shoot him, but my rats didn't get him. That didn't work. I think I did that wrong.
Shoot the tower.
Yeah, that didn't really work out for him. Yeah, the plague of rats, I must have messed that up, I think. Let's try that again. Let's see what we can do here. So if we do that, it's an arrow I've got to shoot at the ground, I think. I think an arrow at the ground, and that entices the rats. But there's no rats coming. Yes, they are. The rats are there. I didn't mean to jump so far. The rats are now there. You can see them killing the people. Look at that. All the people are running away from them. We've not used that before. That actually worked really well. Fire. I knew it was coming. Where's this? Where's the fire guy? My arrows were shocking then. He's dead anyway from poison. Fire. Right, where is this fire guy? Because he is now annoying me. Come on, blow up. He hit the barrel on this back, he does blow up. We killed him anyway. My plan was to actually blow him up. There is a note here, there is a mystery here as well. Which would be ideal to solve. There's a few more men here as well. It's not really gone to plan. I think we need to be high for this to happen. Yeah, the rats worked. We just didn't get a very good view on it happening. Right, where is this enemy?
Scrambling away! There!
Oh, he's there. I couldn't see him, they were hiding from me.
Shit! Keep back! Back!
Right, they're down. There's another one going up here. Which seems a bit weird. That is going to wait up there for me, but there we go. Right, we dealt with him. Obviously we want the mystery, that's what we was actually after. Didn't see that guy there. He was hiding, wasn't he? There was a couple of them hiding. Where are they just coming out of there for? They seem to just come out of the bush. What were they doing in the bush, I wonder? Don't think like that. Right, he's down before he could shoot us with more fire. I think we've cleared down here. I think there's more guards up there, but I'm not worried about those at the minute. There was a mystery I want to solve. This is why I left Didn't want to go into the other bit too much. Yeah, I think the rats, we need a vantage point and to be closer to actually see how they work. All I could see was the health going down from a distance. So they do work. Just a weird one. Right, there is a note here. I think this might be the mystery. Okay. These are always interesting. No, I had the thought of being high playing the game. Okay. Right, I am saddened to hear from Mama that you will not be here for my birthday, though I know that you are on an important mission. Mama says that you are meeting that man at the North Docks of Paris to deliver the medicine promised. All I can do is wait and be good, for the medicine you bring to them is much needed, and the children need you more than I do. I shall save them some cake for your return. I miss you and I love you always, Foe. Now.
These wares belong to a smuggler. I wonder if there's silver in returning these.
Oh, that is actually the world event. I thought the world event would involve us actually going to the docks. But that's the world event done, and now we have a new quest. Now that's interesting. Normally world events you solve there and then, they're normally near where you are. The fact is that the world event actually is a separate mission. It's an interesting one. Let's have a quick look at what that mission entails. I think it's North Paris, so we won't be doing it now. He finds a crate once carried by a smuggler bound for Paris, completing delivery. Ah, okay. So yeah, we've just basically got to deliver the package. That's a hidden key. I'm just trying to see if I can see where the mission actually is. Nope. Nope. No, the mission isn't showing up where. It's going to be the North Dock of Paris somewhere over here. No, that's the key. It's going to be up here somewhere, I think. As that's where they were heading. So it would make sense if it was Paris. Interesting though. They don't normally lead to missions. Right. I've cleared all those guys. Let's go and get this armour. Or new weapon or something so we can actually switch to French armour would be quite cool. See if we can assassinate this guy. Save a fight. There we go, perfect. To be fair, I think a lot of these came down to kill us in the bottom bit. We did get the key as well. We now have the Paladin Pants. For English speakers, Paladin Pants means boots. I know pants in some countries are actually something else, aren't they? They're pants or trousers. But for us they're boots. We will change into them in a second. Now, there we go, that's how we get him. Chest in here. A lot of people have been saying, and I've seen this quite a bit today, they're having trouble with doors in the DLC where they can't actually get in these locked doors, they can't find a way in. We haven't had that issue so far. Doesn't mean it won't happen. But a lot of people are talking about it. Just checking there's nothing's missed. No, nothing's blinking, so we are good. So on the way to the Queen, we cleared a little mystery and a little wealth. Let's have a look at these new trousers then. So we always say, and this is the way I've played the game from the get-go, every time we get new gear, specifically to the DLCs, that's what we use, that's what we use in the weapon. So we'll use these. They do need upgrading via the blacksmith. We can manually upgrade them. Let's see what they say. Tough as bronze, light as a feather. The braces and torso can be found in Paris. The pants and helmet in Milan. The cloak in Everestin. Perks, if you wear all 5. Melee attacks consume more stamina, but deal more damage. Oh, actually they're rubbish. We have to wear them because we said we would, but we're gonna we don't want the full set because you're gonna lose a lot of stamina. The weight on them, it's 10.1 as weight. That's interesting. They were the Paladin Pants, weren't they? Let's compare. Actually, so they're lighter than my current ones. The Celtic breeches from the Island DLC. They are lighter. Right, we'll swap to them. We will upgrade. Obviously, when we get a blacksmith, we will get the blacksmith to enhance them for us. The guys that watch quite a bit know that we don't really bother with cosmetics. Perks and as well, we don't really worry about. So, because we don't worry about perks, we kind of just don't worry about armor sets. We don't go for a specific build. It's just a case of just putting what we want in when we want it and not really worry about it and just hope we can do the best we can. It generally works out most of the time. What do we want? Light resistance would be quite good, I suppose. I could make it even lighter. As long as we don't have the full set, we won't lose stamina. It's the full set that will make us lose stamina. Poison damage. I can make it even lighter, can't I? Let's go for a safeguard, light range resistance. There we go. So, we're still on our way for the Queen, that is where we're heading. There's quite a few missions. I'm seeing, why have I gone yellow? What have I done? I'm glowing. I have a yellow shine. That's worrying. There must... Yeah. I like realism. And a yellow shine isn't realism. So what have I done wrong? Have I missed something to do with these? No. I haven't touched anything else. So why would the Paladin Pants... That's the only thing we changed. I'm just going to swap the Paladin Pants off for a sec for, well, anything. Raven Clan. I want to see if I shine. No. Them breeches make us shine. That is very, very weird. Has anyone else got these trousers? Are they shining for them? I don't see why though. I'm not now. Okay, whatever it was, it's now fixed itself. That kind of worried me for a sec that we're going to be shining bright. I'm in the red area, I can't save. We need to remember to save more often. We didn't save enough yesterday. It worries me not saving enough. And once we get out of here, there's all the dead bodies. These men have just killed. And we'll gain our horse again and we'll ride to the Queen, which is the current mission. Thank you for the like over there, was much appreciated. But yeah, not sure what happened with the shining there. At least we managed to get rid of it. Let us head towards the Queen then. So we're not really far into the story. We haven't done that much, not really. I feel there's loads still to do. Although people are saying the story's short, we haven't really scratched the surface. Or I hope we haven't. We've done one dramatic assassination. I'm hoping for a decent amount more, hopefully. Okay, bridge. It's a bridge of a sort. I'll do. Okay, there is a raid on the right hand side. So this is a new area. This is Eversin. My pronunciations will be miles off. I apologise in advance. Now, we have got a raid on a bridge, which is quite cool. That is also where the hidden key is, which obviously we do need to deal with, but not straight away. I'm thinking viewpoint and then Queen, and buy some more titanium. We do need to do more rebel missions if we want the armour from the rebel missions. Something we need to remember to do and pay attention to. Music's changed, hasn't it? It's gone very... There's something on the floor here. I think that's an opal. We collect but never spend their opals. I wish I could... do you know what? I might actually look how many we've got. We've probably... I've never spent a single opal throughout the whole game, and I don't plan to. Well, I am curious. We have 866 opals and counting. I think that's pretty good going to have all them opals and not spending one. Not a fan of redder. Right, that is a big attack there. So that is the raid on the right hand side. That is what that is. So at some point we'll be doing that. Now, I was avoiding this because there's a key here. I think we head left. Straight on is there's a key area. I think. No, this is the key area. And it's the ruins. I was trying to avoid this. I want to go to the town, I believe, first. Obviously we do want to get whatever is in that chest in the old Assassin's Bureau, but at the same time, I don't want to rush it. My horse that's what I was waiting for my horse to do. I want my horse to stand on him. I want to keep the story flowing first before we worry too much about lost keys. Let's get some more story done today, I think. First thing. And then we'll have a look from there. Obviously anything nearby we'll try and clear. Okay. I'm assuming we're allowed in here by the looks of the art. The viewpoint is at the top, so we'll climb up before we find the queen. Let's get the viewpoint done. Nice travel point then. Okay, he doesn't want to climb up for some reason. There we go. I have noticed, more so than the base game, climbing is definitely a little bit more fiddly. He doesn't seem as willing to climb up places that wouldn't normally be able to climb up, if that makes sense. I know we've kind of got used to Origins, where climbing was fairly simple, but we've moved on to Assassin's Creed 3 recently, where climbing is very restricted. I think I prefer the very restricted. It makes you think for where you're going. You're going to play some Siege of Paris gaming. Nicely done. How far into are you? I thought you were past where we are, in terms of story. Right, there's the synchronization. We now need to find the Queen. Map is updated. So all these places to go and visit and clear at some point. Lots to do, as always. That's what we like. There's definitely a wetland area over there, isn't there? Okay, there is a mini wealth in here somewhere as well. And what I'll do is Queen is... okay. Oh, we've got to look for information. Also, she's not necessarily in here. There's quite a bit of mini wealth around as well. Now, where is my jump off point? Because if I get this wrong, I die. I think it's there. I got it right. I think we're at the same point. You've cleared more, yeah. I'm trying to keep the story moving more than clear at the minute. Right, we're looking for clues to the Queen. Sit down for the service.
Find a seat where you can. Little mother will soon begin.
Okay, we'll find a seat in a second. Let me just go and grab this mini wealth. And then we'll find a seat and listen to the service. And see what they have to tell us. I'm loving, there's lots of silver around, laying around quite happily for us to take.
I should find a seat.
We will find a seat. Right, so note from Little Mother to the Deacon. Just to the south of Everoo, along a path past that cursed tavern, you will find my small home. It's been left empty for some time, my work having constrained me here in a killer, and will be in need of cleaning. Isn't a killer the boat in Assassin's Creed 3, or am I wrong? I'm pretty sure it's the same name. Pay particular attention to the cellar, which is prone to flooding. Do not disturb the acolyte there. He's been fed for deliverance and requires perfect solitude, which to commune with God. There is someone in that house then, just south of Everoo. There is a house, and someone is in there, waiting commune, which tells me they're probably going to be held against their will, maybe. Something we do need to have a look for, I think. Right, we've got the chest. Let us go and sit down. You thought the same thing about the ship as well? Just as long as it's not just me picking up these things, I'm thinking, I feel like I'm going crazy when I say them sometimes. I'm like, Is that? Am I just because we're playing several different games at once? Is it in my head and that's why I'm noticing it? You think you might complete the story then do side stuff? It's a fairly big size, to be fair. I think there's quite a lot in it, and I think the old school assassinations will make the game longer and more interesting in some ways because you're gonna have to find the clues. Oh, you can rush in. Where's the fun in that?
Dark waters covered me. Then his holy light came, and oh, the glory of his brightness.
But yeah, I think that was the name of the boat.
You will recall the miracle of Santorinus, how he raised the burned girl back to life.
I don't know the miracle. Sorry.
As a child, I too was burned and near to death. At his altar, the saint appeared, touched me, and I was healed. Time could not corrupt the saint's holy body. He touched me so that now I might touch you.
Do we want to be touched?
Could not tell a better story.
So there's Loki being brought into it. So that's the Bassam.
But what have you done in his light?
Kind
All
of.
are turned to their own
No, it's
way
not Bassam
and
though,
gone
is it?
astray into darkness.
Bassam is us.
The devil has hold of your
Bassam is
thoughts,
Loki.
your hearts, your very bodies. No one is safe, whether you are pauper, king, or queen. Choose this day whom you will serve.
Yeah, the story is really good gaming, and the story is good so far. Yeah.
Deliverance or damnation.
What should we pick? Deliverance or damnation? What do you reckon?
Let us pray.
As if we have a choice. She's trying to leave. There's always someone looking at you. Come on, you, come on. You're not singing. Come on. Join in. She snuck away out the back.
This little mother knows something about the queen.
Yeah.
I need to find her.
There's more to her than meets the eye, I think. There was something odd how she snuck away while people were praying.
Have you seen my husband? He should have been back from the ritual by now, shouldn't he?
You're troubled.
I think that's the person we found the letter about.
It's my husband. He went for Deliverance and hasn't come back. It's been days. Oh, it's all my fault.
Tell me about Deliverance.
My husband was going to leave me, but he loves me. The devil got into him somehow. We sent him to Aquila for a Deliverance ritual. Little Mother said it would rid him of the devil.
The rituals happen at Aquila.
Yes. Little Mother has a sanctum there. Oh, my poor husband. Do you think he's okay?
I think you should prepare for the worst and pray to your God for the best.
There's a lot of devil talk, I've noticed.
Yes.
Charles yesterday was calling us the devil as well.
I must pray.
There is a lot of devil talk.
I should go to Aquila where rituals are being done.
So that's where we're heading then. Right, we have a new quest. They're speaking French to me. I used to understand French, but for some reason I can't now, for some reason. So, I think the little mother isn't what she seems. So, little mother's house, I think this is where the husband is. I think that's where the letter was explaining where someone was. From the letter we read. That would, in my eyes, that would make sense. While we're here, obviously there are guards, we will try not to annoy them. A shop to get some more titanium. There are some...
I should see if anyone there knows where to find Little Mother.
Oh, okay, we'll go to the tavern then. I was just going to head there, but okay. I want to clear, there's mini wealths here. Who's this person? Someone's waving at us.
It's painful enough dealing with these zealots, but it's even worse since that nun got her fancy prisoner.
Fancy prisoner.
We
But,
are not supposed to talk about it.
yeah,
Do you
we know
not
where the
fear
queen is then.
God?
Je suis bien. Été?
We know exactly where the queen is. The guards have just kind of given it away. Right. Titanium, we've got to keep buying at every opportunity. the one thing we're always short
I have
on.
to go. See you soon.
There is some mini-wealths here. Now, can we spot the mini-wealths up? There is an artifact there, and it is one of these annoying chase me papers. They haven't been so bad so far, but we'll see. And I haven't got Rush and Bash on, I don't think, so that's not going to help at this point. No worries, Super Colby. It's all good. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Last time we spoke, you weren't brilliant, I remember you saying, so hopefully you're better. Got it. Ooh, we got it first time. Always a bonus. Right, in here, there is some wealth. Let's grab that while we're here. I know it's something we're not going to use, it being a tattoo, but at least we managed to catch it. Another artifact cleared while we're here. There is, like I say, quite a few mini wealths I thought here. Seem to show up. There's one here. It's just a case of grabbing them all while we're here. Might as well clear them, and then we'll head south to little Mother's house. I assume we're going to try and rescue the guy that's being kept there. They're whipping. I think there's someone whipping themselves. But yeah, there is a lot of devil talk I'm finding in this. I don't know whether France was overly religious and for the devil that way. I know back in this kind of time there was a lot of religion was very, very important to people. But there is a lot of devil talk, more than I expected, to be fair. Right, tavern is in here. There's lots of people around, so let's behave ourselves. Let's see what the keeper has to say.
Can you tell me about his mother?
What's your favourite Assassin's Creed? I think you've asked, haven't you? It's Assassin's Creed number 1. Just because it was so far ahead of its time. Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated.
Take a seat, Northerner. Bastien's buying, and he'll tell you all about it. Right, Bastien?
That's me, all right. Bastien's a
Well, we need to
loud
sit down with
Bastien's a
Bastien
drunk, and let's not forget
to get some information.
Bastien's a drink buyer, eh, barkeep? You have us at an advantage, Northerner. Where do you hail from?
This
Just
isn't
got
gonna.
in from Milan.
Milan?
I don't think this is gonna go very well.
One of Siegfried's, are you?
I'm just passing through, friend.
Do not go through Aquila. That's
It's
where
fine,
they
you can
take
ask as
the
many
poor
times you want to
fools
the colour
for
page. Fine, it's
Deliverance. They might
not a
take
problem.
you too.
I don't mind. It's not an issue at all.
Tell me about little
If you asked me in a
mother
week's
and her
time, I'd forget that you'd asked, and
I
I'd
can
answer
tell you
it
it's a
the
lot
same
of
answer
extra
again, to be
work for
fair.
us. Since she got her special prisoner, it's worse.
Right, we know she's got a
We
prisoner.
can't speak of God's business.
a special prisoner.
Someone close to the king, they say. A woman, no
These
less.
guards
Mon Dieu, Bastien!
cannot be trusted with
But we
secrets,
cannot
can they?
speak of that, lest God hears us. Drink
That is
up, my
ridiculous how
friends.
easy their tongues are
Bastien
loose.
is buying.
You hate how Ivor fat. He's not fat, is he? I think the cloak makes him look probably a little bit more than he is. I love that we can just nick money off the counter and no one batters an eyelid. Right, is there any... Yeah, I wouldn't say Ivor's fat. I think it's the cloak that makes it. What about your favourite RPG? Oh, that's a question and a half. Oh, I don't want to do that. Wrong button, wrong button. I want to take my cloak off. That's actually what I want to do. I keep pressing on buttons. I would say... I don't know. I think... I'm always very loath to give too much of an opinion too early, as you guys know. I think I would probably say Odyssey's third. Obviously, there's only 3 to choose from. I would put Odyssey third, and I would wait until we finish this DLC I know there's meant to be more year 2 content, but if we compare it to the other two, they only had 2 DLCs. So, to be fair, I'd put Odyssey third, Origins second, and Valhalla first currently. But I think that could change depending on how this all goes. Obviously, if the old school assassinations are a little bit blasé towards the end, I think my opinion might change a bit. But then I enjoy the base game immensely. Origins all the way for you, gaming. Yeah, Origins isn't a bad game. I know if Cass was here, he would happily tell me there were some issues. And I know there's issues with the game in terms of the Assassin's Creed lore. But as an RPG game, Odyssey is a very good game. But I think story and things like that, I think Origins beats it, hands down. Characters progression, storyline, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Origins beats it every time. And Valhalla does. But it is still a very good game. Okay. We have cleared the village, the town of everything. We do need to buy a French horse. We need to do that at some point. Right, we're going to head to Little Mother's house. I want to rescue this man, if we can. It's on the way to where the Queen is being held, supposedly. Odyssey shouldn't be called Assassin's Creed, but it's a great game. Yeah, well, like I said in my review of it, I think if you went into it with an open mind, ignore the Assassin's Creed side of it, and, you know, just went into it as an RPG game, I think it's a very good game. I think it ticks a lot of boxes. But, as you say, the Assassin's Creed, it does add a bit to the story, but some of it doesn't quite add up when you compare it to others. So it's an interesting one, isn't it? I think that people will argue for many moons about it. We kind of just enjoyed it for what it was, and I love the ancient Greek period, so for me that's always going to score highly. But at the same time, you know, we do recognise there are issues with it in terms of story and things. Oh, there's something in here. Right, read this.
Little Mother asked the Queen. The seal in this note is the same symbol I found in Engelman's room.
Okay. If it wasn't called Assassin's Creed, it would be a brilliant game. People hate the game because the game doesn't follow up to the name. Yeah, I think it leads really well into Origins. I think the DLCs, especially Legacy of the First Blade, I think the role that plays in understanding the story and the backstory and things like that, I think is important. So because of that, I think the game is very important. But yeah, there are some holes in it, but not massive. Enough that I was happy, I enjoyed it. So, Little Mother, the situation of the king has deteriorated. I've decided the Queen's apostasy and interference can be suffered no longer. Her removal has been arranged. I wait Evru for further word. Once we have her, she will be brought to you. Take her immediately to Aquila for deliverance. Our victory is almost in our hands. Do not falter. Soli Deo Gloria. Isidore. So deliverance, I think, is what they tried to do to us when they got us to strip in that pool of water. And we killed Engelwin. So I think that's deliverance. I think if you played all the old school games gaming, 100%, I think you probably would change your mind. I think there'd be a few that you'd be surprised at how much you enjoy them. Right, there is something else downstairs. Let's be a little... Oh, Frenchman.
Resist the devil and he will flee, he will flee, he will flee.
I will get you out of there.
No! Leave me alone! I have to pray, so my deliverance will come. Go away!
So we were going to let him out, but he wants to stay because he wants deliverance.
Mother plans to put the Queen through a deliverance ritual.
So deliverance in my eyes at the minute.
Chamber beneath the crypt in Aquila.
So deliverance... Don't want to talk over Ivor. Deliverance, from what we've figured out so far, is basically... It's a punishment, but it's meant to be a religious awakening. The pain is you're meant to enjoy. or there's meant to be a moment of the pain that you're going to then start having a euphoria moment. Dead Man's Notes. 4 LM at Everu, 7 LM near Paris Y, 10 LM again at Everu, 11 LM gone from Everu, 13 LM's house still unattended. So LM is Little Mother. So 15, and I'm assuming these are days. So the 15th, Little Mother back at Everu, 17th, Little Mother at Everu, 20, Little Mother still at Everu, waiting for something. 22, a large group arrive at Little Mother's house, then left towards a killer. The Queen amongst them could not follow. 20 seconds, someone is watching me. So yeah, I think there's a little bit of a clue. We already know, really, that obviously the Queen is with Little Mother. Do we rescue this guy? We can't actually rescue him. He won't allow us to rescue him. There's no way of opening the door. And he did say he wanted to stay. What's my favourite protagonist? I always struggle with that question, to be fair. I don't know why, but I've always struggled with that question. I don't know, in all honesty. Yeah, I've always struggled trying to answer that. I don't really know. I know that's a weird thing. I think I would have a character that I really liked. Are they guards?
Truth is, she helped me turn my life around. Me too, brother. She was the only one who ever told me that.
Oh, it's them guards.
I could not deny it.
They're actually saying that Little Mother helped them turn their lives around. It's interesting. So we can't rescue the guy in Little Mother's house because he wants to stay, which is weird. But who are we to argue? You can answer that, gaming. Go for it. But yeah, I don't really have a favourite protagonist, to be honest, and I don't really know why. I have ones I'm not fond of, but I wouldn't say I hate them either. I don't know. It's a weird one for me. Right, this is a killer. So Queen is here. Poses an underground chamber underneath the crypt. And I'm assuming there's going to be guards here. There is also a wealth here. And this isn't going to be simple. Right. I don't know whether we're just going to find a way through. We're going to be quiet about this. I don't really know which way to do this, to be honest.
Best raise my hood here.
Okay, so we are allowed in, obviously, but if we get seen, they will attack. Ah, there we go. I didn't realise it was an assassination mission. Assassinate Little Mother. The nun called Little Mother controls the people at Everu with a gospel of fire and fear. Now she has Queen Richard's... Is that Richardess? At her mercy. Explore a killer to find Little Mother. Right, so we... This is an assassination mission. So this will, in theory, will have a unique assassination attempt if we can find the clues. Obviously that means do not get caught. There is a key up top. I think I would rather go for that if we can first. Did see a guard patrolling here, so I'm just... Hood has to stay up, because obviously we don't want to get seen. Now in the... so the one we got is the key. Is that on a guy? Is he facing us? I think he is. I don't want to, you know, set any alarm bells off if I can help it, because I think I want to be as discreet as possible. Can I jump? I don't know if I can jump to that tree, to be fair. The key isn't on the guy, it's on the table. I think the key could be important. So I'm just trying to work out the best approach, and I haven't really got one. There's 3 guards here, and 3 is just one too many. Actually, it might be right. Hang on. If I can do it. There we go. That's what we need to do. Both assassinations. Quietly. We've got the key.
It must unlock something nearby.
Right, what is this guy doing? Is he asleep? He's got his back to us. I want him to stay like that, because obviously we need an assassination to get past him.
I've lost my family, my future.
We've got a crypt key.
And now the key to the crypt as
This
well.
is, compared to the base game, we are definitely doing a lot more stealth work. And I know a lot of people criticise the base game for not having enough stealth. I think we've got it in spades. And in a way, it still suits Ivor. I know he's an assassin, is a Viking, not an assassin. He said no to the assassin life. But he said no to being an assassin, but yet he's still stealthy. And I think the situations suit that. It's not like he's suddenly stealthy and isn't himself. Does that make sense? I think it works. More than I thought it would, to be honest. There's another key there. That worries me. I've missed the key. Your favourite protagonist is Kratos. Your favourite protagonist... Okay, fair enough. I was going to say Bayek then for a minute. Right, another distrust area. Right, there's a guard there. I'm just trying to be careful. I think the key is actually on this level.
There's a smell of blood amongst the dust. The taste of iron on my tongue.
Right, what's going on here? Interact.
A Christian sarcophagus. Most are ancient.
It's a new sarcophagus. It's weird for it to be new, isn't it? Right, there's doors here. This is all very weird. I don't know if we're going to get a dramatic assassination like we did before. This might just be a normal one, to be fair. There's nothing here, obviously. A lot of animal remains. I've got a feeling this will be a normal assassination. Mark is good with the way Kratos is in God of War is amazing. We need to play this God of War's games, don't we? Definitely. It's on the list. There's a lot of things on the list currently. I think he's got his back to us. Don't turn around now. Do not turn around. Stay there. Stay. Can't see around corners though. Right. Don't put a trap. I just want to see where he is. Right, there's a key over there. There's armour that way. I have no idea how to get that way yet. Okay. Yeah, it's weird how I was saying in the base game that actually it won't be stealth because stealth doesn't work because you're a Viking and Vikings go hammer and tongs. But this actually really suits it. Right, let's speak to this lady.
Oh, you startled me. You are one of the new assistants.
Yes, with an assistant, we'll take that.
That is good.
Yes, I have been sent to help.
You've picked a bad time. They have the queen in there.
So someone's not keen on what they're doing.
I don't think I can do it.
I will. Tell me what to do.
Really? Okay. Little Mother needs her knife dipped in sacrificial blood. It is on the table. Then you must take it to her.
So similar to Engelwin,
you stay here.
the difference is we had lots of clues to get to before. So we can put my teeth back in for a second. We can participate in the Deliverance Ritual to get close to Little Mother, and there is a dagger somewhere on the table. So a nice little scan should tell us where the dagger is. Here we go.
The knife is well made, but the edge is dull. It would not cut easily. I need to dip it in the blood.
So we need to find some blood to dip it in. Most serious exhortation to new assistants. The preparation of the dagger must be performed perfectly. The devil is watching. There can be no error. Assistants who came before have suffered for their carelessness. Therefore be vigilant. When you enter the preparation room, you are entering a tabernacle of God. Be mindful and different in humility and obedience. Take the dagger and dip its blade into the blood of the sacrifice. No blood must go to the hilt. Once the blade is dipped, do not touch it. It is holy. Enter the inner chamber with reverence. When I beckon, present the dagger to me with hilt forward. Keep your eyes lowered. Do not speak. Do not look at my charge. Once the dagger is passed, leave quickly without sound. Do this and no harm will befall you. The devil cannot touch you, little mother. She is ruling by fear immensely. So where is my sacrifice? Is it? I think it's through there, to be fair. So I'm trying to work out where the sacrifice is. There's body parts and limbs everywhere.
Deliverance seems to come at a high price.
Yeah. Deliverance isn't a good thing, from what we've found out so far. Seems deliverance has a lot of cost, and we haven't really seen much gain from it so far. So there's the sacrifice. That's a sheep. Yeah, a sheep.
The knife is covered with the blood.
There we go.
I can use it to get close to little mother.
So we have unlocked the assassination event. So this was very different to the first one we did with Engelwind, because we had to find 2 different clues, 2 different entrances. Then we had to find a way to get close to him, and there was probably more than one choice there, and then we got close to him. This one, there wasn't lots of little bits to find. Once you're in here, you then activate it. Obviously, you could go storming in, I suppose. There's a door there we can't get in. Where do we go now? I'm thinking we're going under there. Okay. There's a key in here, and I think that's the door we can't get in at the minute. That would make sense.
If I attack openly, they could kill the queen.
Yeah.
I need to find a way to get close to her without
So
losing
if we
suspicion.
to attack her, obviously the queen can suffer. You're in the crypt as well. Nice. Euphrasia, once the queen is secured, you must move quickly. We cannot expect her abduction to remain undiscovered long. The queen, above all others, is key to Frankia's deliverance. Do not wait for her consent. Do not attempt to reason with her. God himself has delivered her into our hands, and we must fulfill the duty for us. Purge the devil from her completely. So they're trying to say the queen's the devil, but it's all because they want to control the king. If you're interrupted before the task is accomplished, you must die at your hand. We cannot let her live under the power of evil to influence the king further. Do not be concerned by the severity of your task. This is the moment for which you were created, to which God saved you. He is endowed with unique gifts. Use them now with absolute surety that it is his will for Francia and for his kingdom. Soli Dio Gloria Isidore. We need to find out who Isidore is. Right, we've got a key to Little Mother's Sanctum, so I'm assuming is this door here. And now we can enter and hopefully assassinate Little Mother. That is the plan. Eyes down, don't look up.
Queen herself. Who would have thought we could reach her so soon? Where is my assistant? I cannot begin without my knife.
So yeah, we need to present the knife.
It's not the work of God. You know the scriptures, Euphrasia. Where do they instruct you to do such things?
Yeah, look, we need to go back where
Instruction
the
comes from God.
guards
As
are
we will
praying,
soon
basically.
see.
The queen is trying to...
The queen. She's being held by little mother.
Yeah, the queen's trying to say her part.
Guards. Best not to try to take them head on.
No, we don't want to take them head
I
on.
can find a way to distract them.
Is that guard there?
Those
He's got it.
guards have the key to the cage. Opening it would create a distraction.
I need to go. So a prisoner can be free to distract the guards. But then surely I can just do the assassination event. Would that not work? I don't know how that works. I'm in 2 minds if this guy sees me. Because obviously you can walk past guards, but you've got to be very wary of your distance. We don't need a distraction, do we? I think we can just do the assassination, I think.
Thought we could reach her so when my assistant
Because
returns
we've unlocked
with my
it,
knife, your deliverance will begin. You should know, Your Majesty. I am only
Don't stand
God's
up.
instrument.
I've pressed it before they found out who I was, I think. I don't know whether we should distract them or not.
Guards.
Okay, it did. Guards been told to leave. So we could have stole the key, opened the cage, the guards would have been distracted. But we unlocked the assassination
with my knife.
without alerting anyone. Very, very just. But it looks like we're going to be able to do it. Which way did you do it, Gaming? Did you do it head on or?
Royal
what we're doing or
Broodmare
something different?
mated to a king she doesn't love. In your bitterness, you turn him against God. You see, your majesty, you can hide nothing from a true servant of God.
God himself knows I do not try.
That is a lie. You speak for the devil now, do you know that? But we will cut him right out of you. Then we will get to the truth, you and God.
You can definitely tell we're not an assistant by
Put
our
your
armor, can't you?
faith in that. Assistant, my knife.
Assassinate. Now that's an assassination.
Save me!
That was a proper assassination. You got caught, so you smashed their heads. So you didn't get the dramatic assassination then. That was a very good assassination. I like that. And it's different to the first one, again, in terms of how we fulfilled it. We got a bit close at the end.
Because thou hast put thy trust in me.
So the Queen isn't trying to turn the king.
She was not always like this, and too young for such bitterness. Your methods are uncompromising, but your coming was God's doing. You are a northerner, aren't you?
I am Eivor of the Raven clan, and I'm not here because of any god. I'm here because your husband, the king, sent me.
Charles sent you.
That assassination was good.
There's no time. We have to find a way out before we are discovered.
I know a way.
Now we need to get her out. That's the concern. Although she knows the way.
I did not thank you for rescuing me.
There is
It was a brave
a
thing to do.
It was not bravery.
revenge mission here.
I'm only here because I have an agreement with Charles to return you to him.
Please tell me she's leading me to the armor. Oh, rat swarms can't be damaged. We already know about this. Why is it giving us the clue to the rat swarms again?
Rats.
The plague
Maybe
brought them.
it's because we've got her.
Vermin have no shortage of food here.
Oh, so even she has mentioned the plague. We are thinking the plague is having a lot more relevance at the minute. Why have I got a gold piece there? What have I missed? I've missed the chest. Behind the altar there was a chest. I've gone back. I don't think we've missed anything else in here. No, I don't know, what's up there? I always like to make sure we've not missed anything. What is up there? It is something, I just don't know what it is. I won't climb up really. Right, let's see if we can quickly get up. She's safe, I don't think she's going to walk into the rats. I think. Just want to make sure we've not missed anything. Right, we haven't got the key to this door to let us go out because we didn't get off the guard. We allowed them to leave, so we can't free the guy. I know she was evil, but still, it was brutal, wasn't it? The first one wasn't anywhere near as brutal as that one. Okay, the only thing with this, the rats, is I'm assuming that is blocking their home. Is that blocking their home? Because normally it's a tunnel for them to go in. I wonder if it is underneath that. Because you can get these to go away, can't you? I reckon we need to move that. Problem is, moving it. They're coming now after me. How do I move that? You go up there. I need to move that, I think. Because that is, I believe, where they need to go in. Don't go there. I want you not there. No, that isn't covering that hole. So where is their hole? Let's have a look up and over. Obviously she can't follow us, which is why we need to see if we can find a way of getting rid of them. And they should have a hole somewhere. There it is. So that's what we were trying to find. And they will disappear into their home. And we can actually put this on top so they don't come back out again, and the queen can then walk freely through. That's how we do it. We figured it out eventually.
That should make the area safer for a time.
Yeah, so now she should now walk. Yes. We had to make it safe for her to actually come out. Which makes sense. Right. Where are we heading? Oh, I want the armour. There's armour around here and it's annoying me. I don't know where it is. We can... We're not blocked. There we go. We can leave. It's all good. Right, we are out with the queen.
You have been used by God today. Do not doubt it. But I have to go now.
But yeah, so far our 2 assassinations have been very, very different in terms of how you achieve them and the actual assassination itself. Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated.
God used a donkey once. He can use anyone.
So as long as it keeps changing up, I think that's where the interest is going to be.
It is not me Charles wants. I can trust you. I know it. I perceive God working something strange through you. I will show you what Charles sees.
Hello Max, how are you? Good evening.
Yes, I suppose I could. But I am not. Do you really not see the strangeness in all this? That it must be God.
They're very religious people, the French, aren't they?
So you can never be wrong.
I like you, Eva.
Lisa, you called it yesterday about
and why we should be friends.
Us romancing the Queen. I think you may have a point. Weird you can't hear anything. You know why? Hang on. Does your sound like low or something? You can hear now. Good evening, Max. How are you? Right, so the Queen wants us to go with her. We've got to follow her to where she's going next. I want this armour before we follow the Queen. We've also got 2 skill points we can now do, which I want to finish off the ones up top. We've got 2 left to gain up here. There we go. Top one's done. So now we've got... Why am I missing one in the middle there? No. I'm missing this one though. Missing the slam. And then we've got a load of skills over here, which is Thrill of War, which we'll probably head for next. I'm not worried about skill points and stuff at this point. You wish you could play this together? Well, supposedly with Infinity, that may be possible. That's the thing. If Infinity does work the way they're suggesting at the minute, it is maybe possible to actually play it together. Although no one really knows what it's going to entail just yet. I would revenge someone, but it does take too long. Let's go for the armour. I know we're meant to follow her. We'll go back for the Queen in a minute, but while we're here, let's clear the village. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Infinity. It's meant, currently, from the talk going on, it's going to be a live game world that evolves. They can add bits to easily. But no one really knows entirely how it's going to work. So don't get too excited just yet. But yeah, it's meant to be an ever-evolving game world from what they've talked about. Right, let's go down here, and then hopefully we can get whatever this armour is. Snakes. We did kill it. I hate snakes because I panic every time I see them. We have an armour. What do we got? Oh! Well, now we have a choice. Do we? We have a new sword. It's a short sword as well. And some titanium. Always happy for titanium. We have a choice. We said we'd always keep changing weapons every time we find them in the DLC. Do we swap from our big scythe that we're using, as we should use it two-handedly, to the short sword and shield? Or do we keep the scythe? Lisa's already straight in there. Sword, sword, sword. I completely agree with you, to be honest. There's a mini wealth this way. Yeah, I completely agree. The only downside is their shield is Irish still. Where is the sword? So this is our new one-handed sword. Durundal. The famed sword of Roland, Charlemagne's legendary military governor. Now that's interesting. Said to be indestructible and capable of cutting through boulders. This sword is meant to be indestructible and can cut through boulders. It's actually a nice looking sword compared to the one we got for the festival. Although a lot of people complained the festival sword, one-handed sword, fully upgraded, looked chipped, weathered and worn. But then that, if you read the description, it actually says it's old. It's meant to look like that. So actually, this one being completely sharp and shiny and new, but yeah, it is old. Still looks good though. I was in England the other night in Valhalla and couldn't get for the life of me figure out how to get into an underground area underwater to get a piece of armour. Drove you nuts. Some of them can be tricky, to be fair. Oh, you mean the ice weapon? This is Skadi's blade. I can't even think where we got it. Oh, from... I don't even know where we got that from. I can't remember. I don't think... Was it Ireland? I don't think it was Ireland. But we gained it from somewhere. But it's quite cool. So, Durandal, the new one-handed sword, does mean we need a shield. Because I kind of think we need a shield. I kind of want to say let's go back to our Ravenclan shield. I know we were using the Irish one previously. This one, the Forgis shield. But do we go back to Ravenclan shield? As I feel that sword on its own is a bit, I don't know, uneven. I want it already goes with the skins I have, because Sonin is like a blue dragon. Oh, you got the blue dragon skin, did you? Your mount is the elk. Yeah, the elk's quite cool in Asgard and places like that. Away from that, I just think I like the realism. You know, that's the thing for me. Right, so do we go one-handed sword, no shield, or do we go one-handed sword and shield? We are not dual wielding, because I don't think realistically that would have worked very much. I don't think it would have worked at all. So, sword on its own or sword and shield, what do we think? And if we do say shield, what shield? Obviously Ravenclan, Kalingian, we've got Forgis shield, which is one we was previously using. We've got the Gorgon shield, which I'm not massively fussed about using. The Drekka shield. We've got the Morrigan's Guard shield, Shishi Guard, the Spartan shield, the Oaken Kite Shield, sword and shield. Okay, which shield? I know I've got every kind of shield under the sun. We've got the St. George's Tower shield. Do we go back to the one we were using previously, which is the Irish shield, until we get a French shield maybe? Or do we go back full on Ravenclan shield? That's the question. Because the Forgis shield was the one from Ireland. Belonged to one of the first Viking chieftains to set foot in Ireland. The Kite Shield, yeah? The Kite Shield is the one down the bottom, isn't it? Where was the Kite Shield? No. Tower Shield. Kite Shield. It's not been upgraded, obviously. So, yeah, it's the basic look currently. It's a nice shield, I suppose. It was one of Alderman Wigman's prized treasures. It was more likely to reach roasted pork off the shield and carry it into battle. A pity, for it might have served him well. It's not a bad shield, to be honest. It's we could really upgrade it and see what the final look is like. To be fair, probably would do us more favours. Until we get a French shield, maybe we should stick to the Irish shield. It's only until we get a French shield, because then we'll move on to French weapons. But let's not get too carried away. Let's stick some runes in our new sword. Obviously the attack is going to be quite low. I am curious in terms of round shield, but then do you think we should stick with the Irish round shield or go back to Ravenclan? That's the other question. I've got lots of questions tonight. What I was going to compare it to, quickly, obviously the Scythe of Revolt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the same level other than the Scythe has been upgraded by the blacksmith to mythical, but that doesn't actually increase stats. This changes the look and how many slots you have. But obviously the attack is lower on the Durandal. The stun is higher, interestingly, weight's lower, speed's higher, and critical. So the only thing lower is attack. And it's got no runes in it currently. So that's an interesting one. So that may be better. Now, where was that other sword? It's this one, isn't it? So Duralingia, that's probably complete block. That's not the sword. I'm trying to work out which sword it was from the festival. Yes, this is the festival sword, one-handed sword. And obviously you can see the little nicks in the blade and the rust and wear. But it's meant to be, it's a legendary blade. I know a lot of people were criticising it. So they's obviously upgraded 2 less than our current. But it's obviously the weight's better, the speed is better, but that's about it. I think the critical would probably be about on par. So Durandal may be the better sword, to be honest. I don't want to upgrade anything too badly at this point. Right. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all, Max. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the like over those. Much appreciated. Max, we'll see you again very, very soon, I'm sure. Right. Let's clear the mini-wealth as quietly as possible without getting ourselves into a fight, and then we will go and follow the Queen. We obviously have to be very careful here because we will cause a ruckus if we suddenly get attacked, and I don't know how that's going to affect the Queen. So I'm being a little bit wary and careful. But yeah, we need a French round shield, to be fair, don't we? I think that's the only real way of doing it, because using our current ones is obviously they're a bit outdated. But then we did say we'd use what we already had until we gained new stuff in France. Okay, another one here. We're working our way back to the Queen, but grabbing all the mini-wealths, and then we'll ride off with the Queen into sunset. No, not really. We'll go to wherever she needs to go, which is to Lycia, by the looks of it. Right, I am scanning quite often because I'm worried about being seen. And if we get seen, we get into a fight. And if we get into a fight, we cause a ruckus. And we did get spotted a second ago. Right, up here, I think my wealth is there. I don't know how to get to it. Get into there. Not there. Didn't see a way up. Okay, interesting. So I know where the wealth is, I just don't know how to get to it. Ah, there it is. That's how we get to it. This way. Right. 1 mini wealth to go, and then we can follow the Queen. The last mini wealth, I know there's a big wealth showing up, that's further down here. Last mini wealth, and then at least we know a killer is clear of everything. She's taken us to over here, which is a viewpoint. Looks like a church, so that's not too bad. But yeah, we definitely need a French shield. There is another wealth nearby. Just trying to not rush and just see where it is. There we go. The Queen should be just over there to the right. So we'll grab this and then we're off. And we did it all without causing a massive ruckus, without unnecessary death and destruction, which is always a bonus. I do feel the stealth, and I was talking about this a little bit a minute ago, I feel the stealth in the DLC is definitely different to the base game, and even different to Island. There's definitely more of a focus on stealth now, which is kind of understandable.
I mean to bargain with your husband, the king. But he is a complicated man.
You're being
Wrong button.
diplomatic.
I want my food off. I'm just going to grab one of the normal
Charles
horses.
was not always who he is now.
Um,
When he was a boy, he fell into fits of madness.
the story just got so much better. Well, we're on our way with the Queen now. I just thought I'd clear a killer while we're there.
His conversion afterwards was sincere. So he gained a terrible fear of fire.
Oh, so
When we met, he was honorable and pious.
You sound proud of Charles.
so Charles is afraid of fire.
Do I? Yes, in a way. But
I mean, they weren't married for love. They were married because it was a political thing between
Does
countries.
he not love you?
It is not him. I could never be what he needed. But he is a man and found solace elsewhere. Often.
So she knows he goes
Little mother was going
elsewhere.
Perhaps. Our deliverance rituals were brutal and cruel. Few survived. Euphrasia belonged to a secret group that believes Francia has fallen into apostasy. She thought me possessed.
To kill you. The Bishop Engelwin was part of this group, I think.
You know of Engelwin? Yes. They call themselves
Lots of reindeer. Or deer. I don't know. They might be stags, to be fair.
And there are more of them.
Right, so there's more of these people like Engelwin, like Little Mother. I was waiting for a list to appear, to be fair. It was only a matter of time, I suppose. Oh! Tortoises! We found the tortoises. Or the turtles. And lots of frogs. First time we've seen them. But yeah, it's definitely more of an emphasis on stealth. And obviously we know that Ivor's changed, he's definitely more diplomatic. He's less bloodthirsty.
To see a child.
Definitely a lot less bloodthirsty than he used to be. So I think stealth kind of works to a degree. And obviously we are in a foreign land and he hasn't got an army at his back. The only problem is Vikings and stealth don't generally mix. In my eyes.
Little bear.
Richardis, you're safe.
God protects me. Never doubt that, child.
Interesting.
Bernard?
The
This is Eva.
Bernard doesn't
Friend.
call her mum.
Go now and wash yourself. You've got more color on your shirt than on the canvas.
So does that mean he's an illegitimate child?
He paints
Charles,
beautifully
possibly?
for a child, don't you think?
You think Vikings are stealthy in a way? I thought they were very bloodthirsty and just all in attack. You know, bang your shields, bang your chest, let's go. Charge. He has talent, the painting is odd. He called you... Right, I picked up on that. I don't know anyone else who had. But he didn't call her mum. I think that's an illegitimate child. So rather than talk about the painting, which is what she's trying to edge us towards, I want to call her out on the fact he didn't call her mum.
He called you by your first name.
Yes, it seems odd for a child, I
There we
know.
go.
But I am not his mother.
She knew of Charles sleeping with
Nothing
other
else
women.
felt right.
Bernard is not your son.
How could he be? Yet I love him as if he was. As I said, Charles and I were
Sneaking
never
along,
that
she's
way.
sneaking in one places,
But
get
he's
the
a
loot,
man,
get out when
the
he
king.
showed up. Okay,
Naturally,
that is
he felt
definitely a
other
stealth
places to
strategy. I'll give you
satisfy his
that. I didn't know about that. That's
From
definitely a
that,
stealth
he
strategy.
did
I take it back. Vikings were
hiding the boy
crafty and
of his
stealthy
father.
at times.
Charles wants Bernard
They're
to
not
succeed
portrayed
and
like
to
that
the throne.
much, though.
And Bernard wants nothing else but to please his father.
In general media, you don't see them portrayed as stealthy, do you? You
That
see
is
them
why I
portrayed as
must
the
keep Bernard
bloodthirsty
from him. He will lead the
barbarians in a
child
way.
down a dark path, one not meant for a good king.
My agreement with Charles was only to return with you. The child need not be involved.
And I will not let him be. Bernard knows to find a church if he needs help and I am not there.
Okay.
I must leave again for a while. When I return, I want to hear your Latin verbs.
I know you're going to see father without me. I'm not stupid, you know.
By keeping Bernard from Charles, you hope to prevent him becoming king.
You misunderstand me, Eivor. Bernard must assume the throne for the good of Francia. You see what Charles has become. Bernard is young, but will make a good ruler. One that will be more sympathetic to your people also.
If Charles wants the child, he will not be pleased to see you without him.
I hope that is not true. Charles knows the Bellatores took me. He would be concerned. We have not been on good terms lately. But he sent you to free me. Perhaps he wishes to be reconciled.
See, I'm kind of in two minds. We've got to we've actually got to travel to the camp with her. She's going to climb on? Yes. I didn't know it was actually leaving this place. Oh, it's annoying because we're leaving, and obviously there's a viewpoint, so we're going to have to come back at some point to clear the well from the viewpoint. I probably should have done it before we got on the horse, but let's carry on with the story. So, that's how they attacked monasteries in England usually. Okay, that's interesting. I just go full on rah and just charge in and hope for the best. I might have to try that strategy a little better. But yeah, so what I can gain from the story, obviously that's the illegitimate son, heir to the throne. Charles wants him to be king one day, but wants to shape him. Richardis, who isn't his mother, wants to shape him to be king, but in a different way to Charles, because she feels that he'll go down a dark path if he... Oh.
The bear is wounded.
Wait. If it is wounded, it is dangerous.
The bear is wounded and you want to run towards it.
It is all right.
Don't kill her. Don't kill her.
There. God is with you. Be more careful now. Off you go. They are noble animals. She had given up.
Don't be silly, bear.
She is all right now. Thanks to God.
Are all bears so tame in Francia?
All of God's beasts respond to love, Eivor.
Wow. She freed a bear who was hurt.
In that they are not so different to people.
Definitely a bear whisperer there.
But you're speaking of Charles now. You think the same is true even of him?
Especially of him.
So yeah, she wants the son to be the heir, but she doesn't want him to be the heir under Charles's influence, because she thinks that will lead him down a dark path. So I can understand. I'm assuming we're welcome. Cool.
Charles' camp.
So, although he's not her son, she's trying to protect him. Come on then. She's not going to get off the horse. So it's an interesting story.
Here's your wife, the Queen. She's unharmed.
Charles.
My dear wife. Finally, you appear before.
That's very generous of her.
You must want for refreshment.
Yes, I don't know. I'm in two minds about all this.
Journey.
You are still angry. It is for nothing, Charles. I have been as faithful to you as I have been to God. I am sorry for taking Bernard, but...
Ah yes, my son. I thought by finding you, I would find him, but I do not see him. Where is Bernard?
Safe.
Do you remember the night we met? I've never forgotten it. The sky was clear and awash with thousands of stars. The night of our wedding, it was the same. I took it as a sign from God. I knew you and I were meant to be. You were in white, all purity and grace. I thought, tonight, I am not the prince. I am the luckiest man alive.
It's a hell of a twist. Are you a little bit further than we are at the minute?
To take a wife who fell so easily into another's bed. You did not
I kind of think I know what a twist is going to be.
You're fool.
Charles, no.
To our marriage.
We had a deal.
Oh. Do not be concerned about Bernard, Bichardis. He is my son. without your interference, he will find me. And you, Northern Devil, who presumes to sit at a negotiating table with a Frankish king.
He's part of the people that kidnapped his wife.
Here is your deal.
Yeah. He wanted us to find her to find his son. It was never about his wife. I kind of clicked.
So. And so he has.
Yeah. It was never about us finding his wife and having a partnership. I think Charles is part of this group.
Stay hidden.
Obviously, our sword isn't that powerful because we haven't really done much with it. So, definitely got to utilise their skills and everything else. Obviously the guy on horseback is obviously going to be an issue. As we just saw, we have got a bow we need to utilise. I'm not the one on a horseback. Get down and fight here normally. Oh, where's the fire suddenly come from?
Going to crush you, coward!
Right, we just hit a weak spot on him. There is a fire guy here somewhere. I just don't know quite where he is. Is he still on the horse? Come on. These guys on horseback, because they move so much, they're difficult. I could actually throw the big things back at him, actually. Come on. I'm out of arrows.
Going to crush you, coward!
I should have blocked it. I forgot I've got reversal, haven't I? We can actually throw them back at him. Whoa. Do need arrows, ideally. There we go. That's what I've been trying to do. Throw the sword back at him. Which we finally did. There is a guy throwing fire at us. Let's deal with him. He is over here. Hello you. I see you. Arrows. Thank you very much. Where is he? Right, he's down. Oh. Helping animals is a fairly common trope, by the way, to make the viewer like the character. Yeah. It's people, the psychology behind it is if you see someone help an animal, you believe that person is good, because people see animals as kinder. People that care for animals are generally viewed as kinder people.
About Charles. I'm sorry. The truth is awkward, and I did not see the need.
Really?
He believes you to be unfaithful.
There is no end to his accusations.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I think he is part of the same group as Little Mother.
Yes.
I think he had her kidnapped to find his son.
Was right.
Because he thought us finding her would find his son.
Like that bear,
it'll be good again.
Recover with God's help and become your ally.
Yeah, I don't think Charles will recover.
I faith in your God or your husband, but you carry both with a rare honor.
Thank you. That is a high compliment. For my part, I don't think God has finished with you yet. We were meant to meet. Now, I must find Bernard. We will go to the Paris slums and aid the sick. Charles will not look for us there.
I must go meet Siegfried at the forward camp in Paris. I have a seat to prepare, and pride to swallow.
Yeah,
God,
so we thought we could convince Charles to stop a war. And now. By the sounds of it, Siegfried was right. Charles could not be reasoned with. So obviously we have to go cap in hand, act humble, and unfortunately go to Siegfried and apologise, and hope we can plan a decent siege with him and his help. I like the fact that Ivor's humble though. He knows he's made a mistake. He tried to do what he could. That was right. And unfortunately, Charles was a little bit more cunning, devious than we were. But I like the fact he tried. There's a load more soldiers just arrived. So I'm just looking to where there's anything else to grab in this camp. If not, we'll leave the soldiers. We don't need to kill them. Don't think there's anything else to pick up. No. Right. We don't need to be here. We don't need to fight the soldiers for no reason. Definitely need to upgrade the sword. It is lacking. Doesn't do much damage at all. But we can uncloak, can use our points, spend our skill points, and we can decide where we're heading next. Now, there is a mystery here. No idea what it is. There's a key over here. There are little bits to clear down this side, and obviously we left Lesu without actually doing anything. We have got all that to clear. But the main quest is taking us back to here. It's the Siegfried's forward camp, outskirts of Paris, where we need to help plan a siege. Nearest fast travel point is actually just outside France. So, if we wanted to, we could carry on main story, probably clear the mystery on the way. Because we can fast travel. I think while we're here, maybe clear this mystery. I want to keep the main story flowing. I think the main story, obviously, there's a big bit going on. I think the main story is quite important to move on. And planning a siege I don't think it's going to be the end of it, in theory. Hopefully. Who knows? But yeah, I think if we go to this mystery over here first, and then we will fast travel back to Paris, this corner here, mystery, join Siegfried's forward camp. Do need to keep an eye on time. But as long as you guys are happy with that, that is kind of... sorry, pardon me. Not pardon me. Sorry about the cough. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are happy with that, that's kind of my thinking, to be fair. Slay the Raven. Perfect. So, we could upgrade... There's loads of stuff we could upgrade, but I'm hoping we'll get new French. Armour, obviously the boots, we need to go to a blacksmith. We didn't put runes on the sword, which doesn't help. Runes definitely do make a difference, it's just a case of putting ones on, and I completely forgot. Let's increase our stealth while we're here. I don't really care what they are, but they give us something. Fire damage block, weight. There's no point taking the weight down of the sword. I don't know, it's critical damage, I'll do. I think that's a decent amount to have on. Obviously we don't aim for build, so I think that's a decent one. Right, let's go for this first mystery then. We'll give it a save actually while I think about it. I've got used to auto-saves in Assassin's Creed 3 and also in Origins that I don't save as much as I did when we first played this, and it is frustrating me because if it crashes once, we're in trouble. I need to get more in the habit of saving again. And then once we go back to Assassin's Creed 3, I need to forget about saving, because it's all auto-save. We could go hunting, but we don't need any materials from hunting, so I don't see a reason to hunt at this point. But let's see what this mystery is, and then from there, Paris. We are 15-20 minutes. Nothing else has kind of popped up nearby. There's obviously some water there. And supposedly there are new fish here, but we haven't really seen new fish. We saw a tortoise. Oh, there's another. Opal? We did see a tortoise for the first time earlier, which is quite good. I don't know. I think there's a tortoise in there. I want to catch one. I would love to see what a tortoise looks like caught. And I think we've found the perfect spot. Let's have a look.
The water's spoiling.
Come on, tortoise. I think that's a tortoise. It is indeed. Can we catch a tortoise? Mainly because I want a decent look at it. Frogs is jumping around as well. Come on, take the bite. Circling it. Why is it not biting it? It's circling it, so it knows it's there. But it won't take the bite. That's annoying. Maybe you can't catch them with fishing like this. Okay, let's pull it out. See, it's poking its head up again. I'm catching a tortoise. Come on. Last go, there's going to be an arrow. It did nibble on it once. There we go, tortoise. Right, this is our first European pond turtle, I believe. It's gone in a very awkward position. Come on. You're not getting away from me. Difference between tortoises and turtles. Tortoises go on land generally, and they don't have flippers, they have feet. Turtles are more water-based. That was a proper, that's a big one as well. That was a proper, you didn't see in his hands for very long, frustratingly. But we got to see our first European turtle. I need to look at trophies actually as well to see what we actually need to keep an eye on for this. Where's my turtle? It is over here. The European pond turtle. They can find the rivers and lakes of Francia. Nice. I was hoping we'd see it in our hands a bit longer. We didn't seem to hold it for very long, annoyingly. But there we go. Right, this is a mystery. There are people on horseback here. Doesn't bode well for us, does it?
Please, we implore you, leave us to our prayer.
Oh, that's a different symbol.
Sisters. We must take up arms and be the hand of God.
Oh,
My
wow.
eyes do not deceive me.
Just actually walked in.
Enemy. No time for training, sisters. Let us put our metal to the ultimate test.
I've actually just walked straight into a fight with these guys. So I think this was like the... We beat a guy. We got a stun attack on a horse there. That's quite good. So we killed a guy that set traps for us previously. And now we've got the Cavalier, the second one we've got to now fight. The problem with these horseback riders is they are pretty... Although I'll throw the spear back at you, that'll work. Shot the horse, not her. Gotta watch out for the second guy. I got impaled. I got impaled. Definitely got impaled there. Right, come on. Got to take down the second rider. I think that's ideal for surviving this, is that second rider. We poisoned him, he shook it down. There we go.
I thought you heathens only swung your weapons aimlessly like children.
If you're going to stand there and not move, I will quite happily keep shooting at you. Ah, I tried to grab him and throw back.
Charge!
Right, got to watch out for a charge attack. When she impales you, that does do a lot of damage. Although I have noticed, we don't seem to lose damage that much anymore. Since we put the ability to recover health, we definitely don't take half as much damage as we used to. I'm assuming a plague of rats won't hurt because she's on a horse. That will, if we actually hit. What was the other ability, the new one we got the other day? Okay, that didn't... Whatever it was, I missed it completely. I think we have to... I know what it is. We missed her again with that. Obviously, the disadvantage for us having on a horse. We are missing throwing the weapons back. Well, no arrows left. Which doesn't help me. Yeah, no arrows. So make it a little bit harder. Oh, didn't catch it that time. So we've missed throwing them back a few times now. I tried to dodge and there we go. We hit her that time.
It is not enough.
I'm quite.
Ruin my family's name.
I'm quite. Oh, she impaled me. See, even though she hits us, have you noticed the health recharges straight away? I don't think we can get killed now we've got that ability. Doesn't seem that we can get killed very easily with that ability because we recover health so quickly. Which I'm hoping is not the case, because otherwise it's going to make the life a little bit too easy. Oh, I tried to catch it again. Mistimed it. Horses are quite difficult to beat, I think, just because of the speed advantage they have. We are doing well against her. Oh, I tried to again, missed the timing. It's all about timing. There we go. I'm still hitting that. Can't get a double in though, even though the sword's quite quick. Can't get a double hit in. Got the hit though with the throwback. We've nearly beaten her. This is the second we've come across. It's this hatred for the Northerners they have, which is their reason for waiting for us and wanting to kill us. Oh, I missed her. I thought if we got her then that would have been game over for her. We actually missed her, unfortunately. You can definitely see we need a better bow than the one we were using. The Irish bow, the quick bow, it's just not... We missed her with the spear throwback. We run out of arrows really quickly and the damage is low. I want to go back to a nice hunting bow, but I want a French one for it. Right, come on, if we can get a spot on. No, missed it. Can't get close to her. She rides away. That worked though. Got a little double hit in there. She's so nearly down. If I had an ability, throwing axes would probably finish her off. But I'm just short of it. 491 level as well though. I wouldn't say they're overly difficult though. I just think they're just awkward. This one, especially this one. The first one we faced, I wouldn't say it was difficult. I would say they were awkward more than anything else. Actually, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Why to catch him and throw it at her? Come on, you're so nearly down. She's down. There we go. Unfortunately, the horse landed on her. But we've done it. The Cavalier is down.
Had her rallying worked, she might have bested me.
It's another noble. So, from what we can tell from the nobles, we haven't really got a reason other than what reading things near them. It's a grass-stained letter. We need to have a look at that. The grass-stained letter, just to see from the story that we got from the first guy we killed, who was waiting in ambush with bombs everywhere, was the nobles of Francia obviously know of the North invading and don't want it to happen. They're nobles of Francia. They don't want Northerners coming in and taking over lands. And they have promised to rid us from Francia. But this is the grass-stained letter, which is hers. Which is Winder. I've reached Le Trois Pignons, southeast of Evreux. This is a secret location I mentioned when we three last met. Not one of the northern fiends has yet come by, but I lie in readiness. I must be patient, for avarice is in their blood, and they will not long resist sight of my treasure. Sorry, my voice is slightly there. Await my news, sister. We shall return to Lillybond, covered in glory. As an aside, I worry for Brother Herbert. I fear that the juice of vengeance addled his mind, for he has taken too keen an interest in the company of dumb farm animals of late. He was always rather dim, but this is stupid even for him. For Lillybond and glory, Amric de Lillybond. So yeah, same kind of thing. They are laying in wait to catch Northerners and the North. My voice is disappearing for some reason. And that's what they're doing. And we obviously have evaded them a couple of times. I want that. I want that. Definitely need to be able to use bow when mounted. I think that's definitely going to be coming in handy. But yeah, the skill we gained, I can't remember which one it was, but it's this one. Passively regenerate recent health loss after a short delay. I've got a feeling that's going to make the game very, very easy. Just the way it seems so far. I could be wrong, but it does seem we can't die very easily. Right. What we're going to do, we are running rapidly out of time. So what I'm thinking, we aren't live again tomorrow evening. What I'm thinking, we'll fast travel to Paris, this corner here. We're going to go to that mystery, and after we've done it, save it. And then tomorrow evening, we will head to the forward camp to see what else lies for us there. Obviously, we can't get the armour there because we need the 3 keys. But I think that's a decent way to do it. I apologise massively for the voice. I don't understand what's going on with it. But yeah, we'll do one more mystery and then that'll be it for the evening. Tomorrow, we are live tomorrow evening, and tomorrow daytime is the first video of our new tennis career. So if tennis is your thing, have a little watch, let me know what you think. If it's not, don't worry. I'm not expecting it to go particularly well based on what I've done so far. It might be a while before we get a platinum out of it. My voice has truly gone, it's really weird. But yeah, so we've killed 2 of the nobles, which is better than nothing. The first one was interesting mainly because the bombs lying around, we had to be a lot more careful. We didn't really know too much about what was going on. The second one, difficulty came, or awkwardness more than difficulty, came in the fact they're on a horse and you can't get close. But I think the health restoration skill is probably a little bit over OPP. OP? But then I also think the dodge to slow down time is probably a little as well. Because that's an easy option to then go to when needed. Sometimes it's the only option, to be fair. Right, so we'll head to the mystery, and then that'll be it for this evening. And the mystery is over there. Obviously we don't want to go into Paris, to be honest. Oh, do we? No, we don't. Just thinking, do we go head to the blacksmith while we're here? What we should have done, visiting the blacksmith, we should have fast travelled back here, visited blacksmith, upgraded a little sword and everything else, and then from there moved on. But it's a little bit late now, so we shall head. So mystery, and then we call it a night. Let's see what this mystery entails. Farmers? Farmers still trying to farm the fields, although a lot of their crops have been burnt. By the looks of things. Yeah, there's definitely, you can see the plague is happening inside Paris. And we've seen it in the camp for the Norse as well, previously, or their town. Which is a little bit worrying. Although, did I just walk past a snake and it not attack me? I did. I don't know why it didn't attack. You would have thought it would have done. They normally do. The fox. I haven't got many arrows, so we'll be a little bit wary of what we do now. But yeah, last bit, we'll just go and do this mystery, see what it entails, and go from there. You're about to start the siege. Nice. We're going to do one more mystery, which is this one along here, on the way to the forward camp, and then we are going to call it a night. And it looks like we'll end up doing the siege tomorrow. Although we just cleared... Have you beaten any of the nobles yet, Gaming? Have you come across any of the nobles, in fact? So I don't know how many of them there is to beat. We have managed 2, though. Right, here we are. What is it? And what does this entail? Some of these are really funny. Some are interesting. Some are just a bit all over the place.
See it? Oh, mon Dieu! On the roof of the chapel!
Merde! I see it! I see it! The ghosts of Saint-Germain? Oh,
what?
It's true. I will fade.
Don't be dramatic. It's just a shadow. Wait. Is it?
Can you see a ghost on the roof?
I don't know.
Okay, we've done 2 now. So this mystery, by the looks of it, means I think we need to go and investigate that church. They reckon there was a ghost on the roof. I think that's the mystery. Why are there people here?
Hey, the worms for you.
To be fair, I could have tried to sneak in better, but I just thought they're going to see me. I'm going to go investigate what's on the roof of the church anyway. Are you guys going to come near me? Or you just going to stay away from me, annoyingly. I'll throw your knife back at you. You can have that back. I pressed it too soon. Where is he? Right, he's dead. You're going to stand there and throw at me. I'm going to throw it back, aren't I? Okay, so they were looking up. Something is going on here with the roof. They kept saying there was a ghost.
Janet, need to get on the other side.
Okay. I think we just need to climb up. Why is that there to move? Ah, because the ladder is broken. So I think we need to shoot the ladder. So we need to come down. We then need to move this nearby. And we're just heading for the roof, just so we know what they were seeing. We probably need to go inside to get some treasure or something in a second. Let's have a look. What are they seeing on the roof? Okay, there's something green here. Green is normally associated with a mission of sorts. Truly the saints protect us. I watched as one of the invaders broke into the saints' church, shattering glass and the windows with a cudgel he had made from tree branch. Immediately a seething madness took hold of him, and he died where he stood. The saint himself hitched him to Eumenides' grim car, and the sorry wretched soul was dragged down to hell. Then I saw another of the wretched northerners clamber right up the spire of the church, but he misjudged his way and down he tumbled. The holy roof shattered all of his bones. It was none other than Germain's doing. A third rushed forward, his eyes set on the saint's sepulchre. Truly that was their last sight. Then a fourth came up, but the wind knocked him down, and he also was swept from on high down low to hell. A fifth reached the tomb and prized it open, but the very first stone he loosed hit hard in the chest. The deadly blow, guided as if by the saint's own hand, impelled his soul to forsake its despicable abode, and make down its way to sup up on the bitter victuals of hell. At this the plunderers gave up their task and ran dismayed. It was then that I saw the cloaked figure of Germain atop the blessed church roof, watching as they fled. O God, be praised for this wondrous sight, and I might bear witness to his glory and the work of his holy saint. Brother Bruno. So, that's basically saying people have tried to rob the church, and something has stopped them at every opportunity. Okay. Now, do we believe that there is a ghost? Or do we believe it is something else? That is the question. Opal. Oh, actually, we've got to try and get into here. That's interesting. Can't get into that little bit there. I think we've destroyed them. It's underneath these. No, I thought there might be. Okay. So there must be a way into that bit. We're just going to figure out how. We know there is a blocked door. There is a window there that possibly we can get through. Just trying to work out where this guy is. See, they claim they saw him. And I'm assuming that's what we've got to clear for the mystery. Right, so the door that's blocked, we should be able to shoot from here. I think. I say that, I can't get a clear line of sight on. Okay. Right, door's done. Try climbing to the spire. Oh, yes, because they talked about the spire, didn't they? Okay, let's go and grab this loot. They did speak about the spire. Good shout. Very good shout. Loot's in here. We've got into the area we couldn't get to. Perfect. Let us climb the spire. Yeah, because they didn't say just the roof, and they did talk about the spire. It's because I was too focused on trying to find that. Okay. I don't know if his hands... No, he's kind of... His legs are pointing really weirdly and his hands are bound. Okay, Captain's orders. Captain, my spies have tracked your attacker to the ruined Abbey of Saint Germain just west of Paris. As you have managed to lose 3 separate watches to this single unknown assailant, and as a result have left your duty on the excavations unfulfilled. I want you to see to it personally. Search the Abbey and find the assailant and do not report back until the matter is resolved. Permanently. I am. We've solved the mystery. So does that mean that was the person? That looks like a soldier to me. I wouldn't say that's the... We've solved the mystery. I don't quite understand the mystery. If anyone else does, please let me know. As far as I'm aware, that was a guard. But then I could be completely wrong. But we have solved the mystery at least. There's animals around here. Foxes and rabbits playing nicely in the fields together. That's something we think we see. But yeah, we've solved the mystery. I just can't tell you exactly how. Well, what we'll do, we'll give it a save, and that'll be it for tonight. So, we found the Queen, we've rescued the Queen, we did a nice assassination, and we now need to, we've had Charles turn on us more than we was realising, and we now need to join Siegfried's camp and apologise for trying to say that we could do this peacefully, as it has been proven we can't, as Charles has no intention of peace between the Norse and the French. So it seems so far. An unknown assailant was there, he killed the guard and left it, is how I understand it. Yeah, that's about as far as I got. I just thought we'd see the assailant. Considering the monk's note said he'd killed like 3 or 4 or 5 people in different ways. and then just to find a body on the top. But then that's obviously what the people were seeing. So maybe the body's there to scare people off from the church, maybe? Because the people in the road thought that he was the unknown assailant, the ghost. So maybe he's there to scare people off. Possibly. That's kind of my thinking from it. But yeah, so we've done another assassination. We've found the Queen, we've found the illegitimate son, we've had Charles turn on us. We didn't do any more rebel missions. We've got a new short sword, that's a one-handed sword though. And yeah, I think the problem with 2 hour streams is as you're just getting into it, you've got to stop. And obviously, evening streams we can't go much later because I am up early and I don't sleep much as it is. But I need to try and get as much as possible. So, yeah, it's one of those. Longer streams, you definitely get more into it, I definitely feel. And that will happen next week. So tomorrow night, we will be live again tomorrow night. We normally have Sunday nights off, but I want to do another one. I want to carry on. So we'll be live again tomorrow night, same time. More Valhalla, Siege of Paris, see how much more we can get done. And then Sunday will be, there's a tennis video. Monday evening we'll be live again, and then Tuesday, hopefully by Monday evening, I'll know what time we may be starting Tuesday daytime. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. But so far we've done about 6.5 hours, I think, in total. And definitely happy about it. Definitely enjoying it. I hope you guys are. But that's it for this evening. Goodbye, Yet Gaming. Thank you very much. Lisa, thank you as always. So thank you very much for the likes, the comments, the conversation, and the views. And we shall see you again next time. If we don't see you tomorrow evening, have a good weekend. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.